Hey guys, Tactical Llama here, and today I've got something really special for you.
The Auto Ordnance 1911 by Armorer Works Custom, licensed by Auto Ordnance and Cybergun. Today we're featuring 3 variations from Auto Ordnance today. The plain nose art inspired by Squadron, the Fly Girls, dedicated to the women Air Force service pilot, and the Victory Girls, a homage to the female workforce during World War II.
Now, as an American, it's been really special to read about these real steel pistols online and look at pictures. I've always dreamt of shooting them one day. However, living in a country that doesn't allow real steel shooting, that's all it's ever been, a dream. That is until Armorer Works and Cybergun teamed up with Auto Ordnance to bring these 3 iconic pistols to the airsoft scene. Alright, let's take a closer look at these pistols and see what makes them so special. Firstly, we have the Victory Girls model. And if you look closely on the side, you'll see engraved a picture of what looks like Rosie the Riveter. Rosie was a cultural icon of the World War II, representing the women who worked in the factories and shipyards during the war, where a majority of these women produced war supplies and ammunition. These women sometimes took entirely new jobs, replacing the male workers who had joined the military. These jobs consisted of hard factory labor. Rosie the Riveter's "We Can Do It" poster was used to boost morale in the workplace and has since become a symbol of American feminism. Secondly, we have the Fly Girls model. In 1942, the United States faced a severe shortage of pilots, and so an experimental program was started to help fill that void. The program was to train women to fly military aircraft so male pilots could be released for combat duty overseas. This group of female pilots was called the Women's Air Force Service Pilots, WASPs for short. An astonishing 1,100 women volunteers flew almost every type of military aircraft, including the B-26 and the B-29. The WASPs was expected to become part of the military during their service. Sadly, the program was cancelled after just 2 short years. That being said, they were granted military status in the 1970s, and they even received the Congressional Gold Cross in 2019 to recognize their tremendous efforts during the war. And lastly, we have the Squadrons model. The Squadrons model is to recognize the nose art that was on planes in World War II. Nose art is a decorative painting on the fuselage of an airplane, typically found on the front under the propellers. This was first introduced in World War I by Italian and German forces, and it was actually against the rules. However, no action was taken as it was seen to boost the morale of these pilots. One of the most famous and most recognizable nose art is actually from World War II. The first AVG American volunteer group, called Flying Tigers. It was the shark nose design on the P-40 Warhawk. Nowadays, nose art is very popular with modern military planes, such as the A-10 Warthog, and attack helicopters, such as the Apache gunship. It isn't even that uncommon to see nose art on commercial aircraft. Alright guys, it's time to chrono the Auto Ordnance 1911. Let's go. Okay, we're here to chrono the Auto Ordnance 1911 using 0.2 gram BBs and standard green gas.
Shooter, are you ready?
Ready?
Stand by. Gun. Shooter, show weapon clear.
Now, internally, there isn't anything new going on, and in this case, it's perfect. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That means that there is plenty of replacement and upgrade parts if you wanted to personalize further. And a little touch on that, included in the box is a little bit of sandpaper. As you can see the difference between these two, one is much darker than the other. And that's where the sandpaper comes in. You can use that sandpaper to weather your pistol completely to your personal taste. As I mentioned before, these guns hold a very special meaning, and they honor those that have defended and served during such a difficult time. I really have to give props to Auto Ordnance for creating such pieces of art. And another big thank you to AW and Cybergun. These guns are a perfect piece for some patriotic collectors and would look great up on the mantle. That's all from me for this time, and I'll catch you in the next one.